All right. Good afternoon, everyone. It's almost 5:30, and we have, as I said this morning, we have our first severe weather, real severe weather episode this severe weather season. So here we are. So here's the radar. So we have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings in effect at the moment. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Dallas County, southeast Dallas County, until see when did they issue that one? Let's see. 6 o'clock. And so we got quarter size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds with that one. And then if you have friends in Ellis County, that storm's a little bit more intense. That was, well, it's also warned for 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter size hail, and that was also till 6 o'clock. That one's a little more intense as far as I'm concerned. But let's put this in motion and see what we got here. So most of the storms are moving out to the northeast, and as you can see, this is goes back a couple hours, back to about 3:30. So you can see these storms start to form pretty quickly, moving northeast. Now we do see some hail cores in them, so it's not anything terribly big at this point, but it's something we definitely want to watch. Let me put the stop this here and kind of get okay. So again, so the only warnings right now is a severe thunderstorm warning for southeast Dallas County. So this is hail up to the size of quarters, and let me kind of get that right there. So this is going to be Mesquite, Sunnyvale, Ball Springs, Wilbur Hutchins, Lancaster, Seagoville. Now, if you live in Forney, Rockwall, McClendon, Chisholm, Heath, uh, Crandall, things like that, then definitely want to be on the lookout for this storm that's coming out of Ellis County into southeast Dallas County. Now, let's zoom in a little bit on this storm that's not severe at the moment, but it could become severe. So this is the storm that's in northeast Dallas County. So you're starting to see some peak reflectivity, and that's not necessarily big hail, but it's definitely probably some pea-sized hail. Certainly at this point, it's not severe, although it could become severe here pretty quick. So that's what we got to watch out for. So let's put this particular storm in motion, and we can get an idea. So like I said, all these storm motions are going to be to the northeast, about 40 miles an hour. So the good news is that they're not hanging around very long, but definitely would see some heavy rain, uh, hail in some of these storms. Hopefully the hail won't get too big before they move on to the east, but that's something we got to watch. Now you've seen these storms pop up pretty quick, so we have an atmosphere that's become unstable. We got temperatures in the lower 70s. Luckily, the dew points are in the lower 50s, so that has helped a little bit as far as these be getting too intense. But again, it's we got a long way to go tonight as far as that goes. So we definitely want to keep an eye on these storms. All right, let's stop this here for a second. Okay, so again, if you're just joining us, the only severe thunderstorm warning we have, or two severe thunderstorm warnings we have, and let me zoom out on this, is southeast Dallas County until 6 o'clock, and then we have northeast Ellis County until 6 o'clock as well. So the threat right now with these storms is the main threat is hail. Now, like I said, we haven't seen anything terribly big, but it's something that we definitely want to keep an eye on. Now, as these storms get more and more closer together, that will help our hail sizes a little bit because they'll have to compete for space. And once storms have to compete for space, and that's typically when the hail sizes go down. But we got to just obviously keep an eye on that. All right, so let's do our updates on our graphics here real quick and just kind of reset for everybody. All right, so we have a severe thunderstorm watch. That's until 10 o'clock tonight. So mainly areas east of I-35. That's Dallas County, Collin County, everything east of I-35. Corsicana, Waco, if you have friends and family down there. Not quite to Austin, College Station, down that way, Tyler, Mount Pleasant, Paris. So all those areas, Palestine. Yes, Misty, sorry. Palestine is out there. So it's definitely something that you definitely want to keep an eye on. All right, so let's go back to the radar here, fade back there. All right, so it's something that we definitely want to watch. Like I said, so there's nothing terribly severe with these storms. Like I said, there's a severe thunderstorm warning for southeast Dallas County The storm in northeast Dallas County is not technically severe, although I wouldn't be shocked if there's a warning on that storm. We'll have to watch it. I think if anything else, it would be from a hail threat as opposed to a wind threat. Now I'm looking outside my window and it's raining here in the lovely city of Saxe. Nothing too bad at this point, but the main core of the storm is going to be right now just northeast of University Park, Highland Park. Again, this particular storm is not severe, but I think, like I said, we got to watch it real close. Now, there's other storms that are starting to pop up in Dallas-Fort Worth. We'll zoom out a little bit here and get a better view. So you can see this dry line, and actually, we could probably make this out pretty quickly right here. This is the dry line right there, and so anything east of this particular line, now it's a little after 5:30, or it's right at 5:30. Anything from now until about 7-8 o'clock anything east of that line is going to be something we definitely want to watch out for. So you can see storms anytime before this line moves through. So again, that's from 5:30 to 8 o'clock, anything like that. That's what you're going to see. So it kind of gives you a little bit bigger picture of what we're dealing with. Now let's zoom back in. Let me get rid of that line there. Let's zoom back in. And I'm checking your comments while we're talking here. And yeah, it's starting to hit Saxe, that's for sure. All right, so let's zoom back over here. All right, so let's go to this particular. All right, we'll zoom in here. Let's see. I'm looking outside my window. Nothing too bad. Like I said, this storm is starting to, we call it multicellular, not necessarily supercellular. So, which is good. Doesn't mean it can't produce hail, but typically it won't get out of hand. So I think that's what you're going to see the next in Saxe, Garland, the east side of Richardson, the far northeast side of Dallas County. This particular storm, not severe at the moment, and hopefully it won't be. But again, you may see some small hail, gusty winds, lightning, thunder, things like that. All right, so let's go back up here. Let's zoom out on this here real quick and see what else we got. All right, so let's look at some different radar presentations. All right, so there's not really too concerned with rotation with these storms, but we'll put the velocity on there. And again, the good news, not much going on there, so there's nothing to worry about there. Let's see if we put on. Let's see the hydrometer classification here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, so you do see these red areas, which again, typically can be hail cores, not very big hail cores as far as the type of hail or the size of the hail it is, but you can kind of see. So you got some in between Saxe and Murphy. Not saying it's necessarily hailing big. Okay, Beverly, you just told me it's hailing. Okay, well there you go. Hopefully not anything big, Beverly. But you see like kind of a hail core around Frisco in that area, so it's something that you definitely want to keep an eye on. Like I said, right now it's not going to be anything that's going to be huge, but we definitely want to keep an eye on how these storms develop. All right, so let's go back to the reflectivity here. All right, let's see, go back there. All right, so yeah, that kind of matches up with the hail core. So if we zoom back out a little bit, let's see if I can get this to move here. All right, so like I said, definitely got some storms. Nothing terribly out of the ordinary as far as as far as not a warning issued for the northeast Dallas County storm. But again, you have a severe thunderstorm warning for southeast Dallas County and northeast Ellis County. That's where the biggest hail is. But the Weather Service just issued a severe or a special weather statement for this storm. See, it looks like it's penny-sized hail. That's what we're seeing already from the reports. Okay, Susan, hail just started. Hail in Murphy. Light hail came and went. That's good. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. See, that's what I love about you guys. You definitely got the reports that we can see what's going on. So it's not anything that rises to severe levels. Now, again, you may remember to be classified as severe hail, it has to be 1 inch in diameter or greater. So this penny-sized hail, it's not quite, or not even really close to 1 inch, but it's something that we definitely doesn't meet severe criteria, and hopefully that will stay just like it is. We'll stay below severe criteria. We won't have to worry about it. All right, so like I said, let's zoom out a little bit more here and see what we got going on. And I think what I can do is go to the satellite picture here. And let me try this here real quick. Definitely thunder and lightning, that's for sure. Let's try this. There we go. All right. All right, so that's the satellite picture, and you can kind of see these thunderstorms blowing up pretty quickly in North Texas, and that's again along the dry line cold front. So that's kind of gives a bigger picture view of what we got. Okay, Barbara, 1/2 inch hail in Wiley. Oh, okay. Well, that's a little bit bigger than what we have been seeing. Hopefully that will not get too much bigger than that. All right, so let's go back to the radar. All right, so that's the bigger picture. Again, we got this severe thunderstorm watch that's mainly east of Dallas-Fort Worth. It does include Collin and Dallas County, Ellis County, Navarro County, Hill County, things like that. So, and let's zoom back in here just a little bit more. And, all right. Well, we'll get there in a minute here. Let's see. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. Okay, so this particular storm, like I said, it's kind of multi-clustered, so it's not a true supercell, which is good. That's the way we want to keep it. But again, it's something that's going to have some hail in it. Not anything that's terribly big, but it's definitely going to have some hail that you definitely want to watch out for. All right, so let's go look at the hail core layer here and see what we got. See if that's changed any. We call this the hydrometer. Okay, so you see some red up there. This hail core in Wiley, really, the east side, northeast side of Wiley. Then there's another little hail core that's looks like it's close to downtown Garland. So definitely something we want to watch. It's not terribly big core, but it's something we want to keep an eye on. All right, so let's go back to the reflectivity layer here. All right. Okay, so let's put this in motion here real quick, and we'll see what we got. Like I said, all the storms are moving northeast. This particular severe this particular storm is not severe warned, so hopefully it'll stay that way. But like I say, we are seeing some hail. It's not lasted very long, not very big. So it's